Welcome to Mr. Greenstein's Geometry. We're talking about Chapter 10, Circles, and Section 7, Circles in the Coordinate Plane. So we're going to be looking at equations, and the first one is the circle equation. Let's talk about a circle with center 0, 0 and a radius of 5. So here you see center of 0, 0, and then a circle with radius 5. So it goes 5 in every direction. A point has coordinates 3 in the x direction. So we can see that it's over 3. And then what is the value going up to y? Well, if I was to draw this out, I would draw a line from here to here, and then from here straight up to here. And if I drew the radius out to there, I would come up with a right triangle. This right triangle has a side of 3 on this side, and it has a hypotenuse of 5. Since we have Pythagorean theorem, we can calculate this third side here. And it turns out that the third side is 4. So that distance is 4. So use Pythagorean theorem, which is essentially x squared. So the x side, the y side is going to be the other leg, and then the radius is going to be the hypotenuse. So the x side, which is 3 here, the y side, which is 4 going straight up, and then we have the radius, which is 5 going that way. So let's take a look at the circle, same center and same radius of 5. Let's find point 1y. So if I was to find 1y, I go over 1 here, and then I go straight up until I get to this point up here. So I'm going to write a little point here. And then I can draw my right triangle going straight down to 1, and then diagonal over to the center, and then this is the other side, and we know this is a right triangle. So we know that this side is 1, and this side is 5. That's the hypotenuse. So to find the y component here, we just use the equation. We have 1 squared plus y squared is equal to 5 squared. And then we calculate out, we subtract 1 from both sides, so I get y squared is equal to 5 squared minus 1 squared. And that turns out to be 24. And then I take the square root of each side. I get y by itself here equals to the square root of 24. So then that is the point here. This becomes 1 comma the square root of 24. And then I will leave it to you to come up with these other ones. I want you to take the time right now to figure out each one of these. From the Pythagorean theorem, we've got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we have x is one leg, y is the other leg, and the hypotenuse is the radius. So a circle with center 0, 0 and radius r, then any point on the circle, doesn't matter where we are on the circle, is going to be x squared plus y squared. equal to the radius, and that's because of Pythagorean theorem. So let's sketch this circle here. I've got this equation, and this equation says that x squared plus y squared equals 49. Well, we know that 49 is also 7 squared. So 7 is going to be the radius. So I have center at 0, and then I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out here. I count 7 going up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 going up, 7 in the negative x direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 7 going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those are my points, and I will just sketch a circle. Coming back, and that is the sketch of the circle of this equation. And we will continue this conversation in part 2.